This is Bimbo News with your hosts, Allie Siegel, Melissa Stecky.
Hello, and welcome to Webcrawler's Bimbo News. I'm Allie Siegel.
I am Melissa Stettin.
This is a podcast where we'll cover everything from viral news stories to pop culture to things that we watched on TV during the week. We have a Patreon. Our true crime, supernatural, and occult episodes are now only available at patreon.com/webcrawlers for $5 a month, and you'll get access to around 2 to 3 episodes with producer Maria a month for that tier. Also, please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts and call into our hotline if you'd like to be on our mailbag episodes, which we should do this week.
We're due for one.
Yeah, we're due for one. The number is
626-63-420-69. Nice.
Melissa, who are our patrons this week?
We have Jason I. and Mary C.
Welcome to the team,
Mary
y'all.
Claire.
We are so excited to have you. Now, let's get into This Week in Weird. More plain news as usual.
Everyone's worst nightmare. This said United Airlines flight diverted over a biohazard as passengers ask for masks because the crew is vomiting.
That's my worst nightmare.
What? I don't understand. The flight was diverted and it was on its way to Boston, but it landed in Washington, D.C., so it could undergo a deep clean after a passenger became ill. So apparently it says the situation was so severe that crew members and others started becoming ill themselves. Now, is it like, you know how like a chain reaction where
Vomit
like if
by
someone
association?
vomits, I wonder if that's what happened. But it said the crew was vomiting, passengers all around are asking for masks. The crew is vomiting.
It's weird because you would think that as a airline stewardess or someone who works in the sky, whatever, I don't know what the
Someone
term
who
is.
works in the
Someone
sky.
who works in the sky.
An
that you see
astronaut.
people barfing a lot. And that you wouldn't get that barf by association,
Right.
probably.
That's why I wonder if it was like a food poisoning situation.
It had to have been some sort of biohazard.
Because don't they any
I think
sort
all
of
human
vomit?
waste.
Yeah,
I think
is
that's a biohazard.
I just wonder what it was.
Must have been something on that plane ain't right. It must have been, the salmon special of the day.
Ooh, that salmon special?
Yeah, that microwaved airplane fish did not hit everyone right that day.
Wait, this article says full of shit. United Airlines declares biohazard. Oh, this is the same. Yeah, it doesn't.
So they were shitting and barfing.
I think so. I think
Imagine being on that flight.
Oh, so it had been a passenger and others around the immediate seating area. Basically, everyone on board was eventually affected by this.
Eventually, everyone.
They
make it seem like it was some sort of contagion thing.
I know. I wonder if people thought it was, or if people were overreacting. Oh, passenger diarrhea? Wait, what? 279, flight over, discretion or not, passenger diarrhea all over, biohazard. Is that what it was? Or no, that's
So someone diarrheaed themselves and then everyone started barfing at the diarrhea? This feels like a skit.
Ew.
Why is flying so terrifying these days?
I don't know. What happened? There's always something.
Flown
There's always something.
in quite a while. Your flight was not eventful other than sitting next to Javier Bardem.
Yeah. On the way there and on the way back to London, it was fine. But I was I had way more anxiety flying than I normally do just because so much shit has been happening on planes.
Literally.
Yeah.
I know. I'm afraid to fly now almost kind of because every time it's the wings fell off, the engine burst, everyone was shitting and barfing. someone thought someone wasn't real and had edibles and tried to. Oh, this I saw yesterday. I didn't put it in the doc, but like some guy took a bunch of edibles before he got on the flight and then tried to rip off or open the door to the plane while it was in flight. Why? And they had to attack him and tie him down and then land early, and the cops had to get him off the plane.
Don't take
planes or buses now
before you get on a plane. That's the worst thing you could do.
It's horrible. So good luck to anyone who has to fly soon. Good luck to pilots and what did I call them?
People who work in the sky.
People who work in the sky. Good luck. Good luck to everyone who works in the sky. Yeah. I wish you well. Another crazy. So the Olympics are in full swing.
Yes, they are.
That opening ceremony was something else.
It was bold. It was people. There's a lot of differing opinions. I think it was kind of boring, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it was like they really went for it.
They took some risks.
And it wasn't my favorite one. It was not. I was like, okay, whatever. I was kind of bored. Other than when like that metal band played and like that was cool. But like that was it.
I still haven't seen it in its entirety. I haven't seen Celine Dion or Lady Gaga.
Yes, Celine.
So I still need to watch them. But for me, it felt like the worst parts of a Cirque du Soleil, or like the weirdest parts of a Cirque du Soleil.
It felt very
all
weird
put together.
Cirque du Soleil to me.
Yeah, I was like, oh, we have a mime, and the Minions are here, and now there's a fashion show. It just felt disjointed.
Yeah.
For what the Olympics are, or
also,
what they're supposed to be.
Because some of the tickets were like in the thousands of dollars just for the opening ceremony, and people were posting like views from their seat, and it was like,
oh no,
nothing. You could see like that weird colored smoke stuff, but like it was shitty, and it was raining too.
Yeah, and it was raining, which isn't.
It was kind of a bummer.
And it's hard too because like I think in the previous, like the Olympians would actually like walk, and you could see them waving and stuff. And then on the boat, they're on the boats on the Seine.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of hard. I don't know. It was just something about it felt disconnected to me. But it actually, it didn't offend me. I wasn't offended because I'm not a dork.
Oh my God.
And I don't take the Olympics personally. I don't think it's coming for me and my children, but some people were literally offended by the Olympics.
Oh, right, because there was something that like people thought was like the Last Supper, but they were like it was satanic or so. I don't know what they saw and what I saw. I was like, huh? What are you talking about? Yeah. People are just trying to look for things to be offended by.
A drag Last Supper.
Right.
And even though for me it looked, I mean, I haven't even read into it because I thought it was so stupid, but for me it looked more like a festival of Bacchus kind of thing.
Yeah.
It looked more like Greek mythology to me. And everyone is like up in arms about how satanic the Olympics is, and it's just straight in our face now. They're not even trying to hide it, but the metal
stupid
band, or it's not like a metal band. What was it? Where was that?
Oh no, that was a metal band.
It was a metal band. Where?
It was at it was like the House of something. That was awesome.
Yeah, and this big palace, like a metal band with lights.
It's called Gojira or Gojira. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. Gojira. Gojira.
The Go-Gurt Mansion.
Yeah,
it was really incredible.
That was cool.
That was one of my favorites.
If anything, that was the most satanic part, because it was like flames and metal and rocket.
Yeah, Marie Antoinette's head.
Yeah, that was cool.
But that was dope as hell.
Yeah.
There has been some interesting Olympic news this week. One is this beautiful French pole vaulter.
Oh, this guy.
He unfortunately fucked up his high jump because his dong was too massive.
Yeah, it knocked over the pole. He was about to clear it, and then
his knocked pole,
his baguette, if you know what I mean, knocked it over.
can you imagine? Like, how do you even? He should have tucked.
Right.
This is why.
Because it was like, it was really moving around in there.
It really was.
Like, was he wearing
wagon?
Any sort of underwear or something? I don't know. Because why was it moving so much?
It was. It had a mind of its own.
It was flopping around.
It's a shower, not a grower.
Oh.
Hopefully not a grower, or else
you don't know.
any recipient is going to have some problems. Because it was like, I mean, that thing is a cool 7 inches, whatever it is. At least. Soft, unless he's pole vaulting hard.
I mean, he lost, but like he won as well.
Yeah,
yeah, it was a real boing moment.
It's crazy. So he's 21 years old. He was attempting to clear a 5.7 meter bar.
Wow.
When his member got in the way, and so I guess he got disqualified, or he finished 12th.
Oh no.
I know.
Oh,
but
that's unfortunate.
First in our hearts.
That's unfortunate.
Hero of the week.
Hero of the week. Oh no.
So what's his name?
Anthony
Amirati. So
he'll be back
sorry.
next. 2028.
He'll be back somewhere. In my dreams. The next thing about Olympics and genitalia is, have you seen these synchronized swimming outfits?
No, I have not. Let's give it a quick good.
There is one synchronized swimming outfit where I didn't realize that it was fabric around it, but it was like beige. This is for women. It was, here, I'll put it up.
Blue?
So it was, yes.
Oh, it looks like it's see-through kind of.
It looks like a little sliver.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, it looks like you just have like feathers covering the middle part of your body.
Yeah, so if you're watching...
That's
it's like,
a crazy design.
Okay, yeah, so it's just like a blue strip that like just covers your labia. And I was like, oh my God, my saggy vag would disqualify me from the Olympics. Like, I could not wear this outfit. And then I realized that it's just nude around it. Like, it's a full one piece, but you can't really tell because it's nude around it. So I was like, okay, I could be in the Olympics if I wanted to be.
That's a crazy design.
But it looks like a front thong.
Yeah, it looks like a
that
thong
she's wearing. Yeah, it's crazy. And I was like, wow.
That's bold of them.
Right. I could not stop thinking about the kind of vagina you'd have to wear that.
Just a
bathing suit. Itty bitty vagina. But it is actually a full bathing suit. So anyways, I thought that was interesting. It was getting some airplay on Twitter, just the nature of the cut of that front. And then this was kind of romantic. This Italian swimmer, he lost his wedding ring in the Seine.
Oh no.
Yeah. And
that
he
sucks.
was right during opening ceremony. So yeah, it sucks. High jumper and flag bearer Gianmarco Tamberi, 32. He lost his wedding ring, but he decided to take it as a romantic gesture, and he wrote a poem for his wife.
Oh.
Yeah, he said, too much water, too many kilos lost in the past few months, or maybe the uncontrollable enthusiasm of what we are doing. Probably all three things. The fact remains that I felt the ring slip away. I saw it fly.
Oh.
I followed it with a glance until I saw it bouncing outside the boat. It will stay forever in the riverbed of the city I love, flown away while I tried to carry the Italian tricolor as high as possible during the opening ceremony of the most important sport of the world. If I had to invent an apology, I would never have been this imaginative. Wait, is this his poem? I think there might be a huge poetic side to yesterday's misdeed. And if you want, we'll throw yours into that river too. So they'll be together forever. And we'll have one more excuse to, like you've always asked, renew our vows and get married anew. oh, that's kind of cute.
That's kind of nice. Why are Olympians all hot?
Yesterday,
They're all good looking.
I saw there was like a short clip of an Olympian in an ice bath. And I was like, what's happening? This guy is a 10 out of 10.
They're all so good looking. Is
know.
it because it's not just because they're like in shape.
Their
like,
faces are
their
good.
Faces. They have like perfect faces, like symmetrical faces.
It's so weird. It's crazy.
It's weird.
It's these Olympian men. I mean, especially the foreign ones. I was looking at the Serbian basketball team. And I was like, what's happening here?
Get out of here. They're all hot.
What is going on? I was like, this is the most horny Olympics ever. Everyone is so hot. And I
feel like everyone's like, they're more good looking this year than they've ever been. I don't know what's going on.
I think it's also Summer Olympics are like horny.
Yeah.
Because like if you think about the Winter Olympics, it's like who? Shaun White doing weird snowboarding tricks? Like I'll pass.
Right, and they're all like covered up. You can't really see.
Yeah.
They're wearing like hats and stuff, skiing. You can't really see what they look like. I bet they're all hot under there too.
What are the guys who do like the shot put? They throw the stuff, like they throw the ball.
Oh yeah.
Even them, they're like big.
Those are giant
And
dudes.
I even still was into it.
They're all good looking.
They reminded me of Hopper from Stranger Things, the cop who's now married to Lily Allen. Like,
oh right,
yeah, I was like
David something.
Yeah,
David Harbour.
Yes, it's like this burly dad bod, and they all have like kind of buff and beards, and they're kind of gross, but you're still like. You know
like big Icelandic dudes.
Yeah. I'm horny. Yeah, the Olympics make me horny. So yeah, that's the main takeaway from the Olympics, I think.
Yeah, everyone's hot.
Satanic and horny.
It's satanic. That's how I like it though.
Speaking of satanic and horny, I just found out what honey is. And I think I've always known, but I didn't really know.
I guess it's regurgitated
like bee stuff.
When they drink the pollen, they throw it up and it's honey.
Yeah, so like bees, they'll get the pollen and then they keep it in a honey stomach. It's like they call it their honey stomach, and then they barf it back up in the hive and use it for like nutrients and stuff like that. And then we crack open the hives and we take their barf.
It's delicious barf.
We're drinking barf. I know this is a barf-centric episode, but I said that to you and Melissa, you and Maria, and you guys were both like, yeah.
I mean, I've known that, but I just don't think about it ever.
Right. I think I've always known that, and I don't think about it. And now I can't stop thinking about it. And I don't know if I can have honey anymore now that I really like. Do vegans eat honey?
Oh. That's a good question, because you're not killing the bees.
Right.
Well, do vegans eat eggs?
Vegans don't eat eggs. They don't do any animal
products, right.
Because they don't have milk either.
Because it doesn't harm the bee. Like, that's what bees do.
But are we stealing their nutrients, though? Like, is that theirs? Do they eat it?
I don't know.
Like, I have so many questions about honey now.
I don't know. Do they need that honey? Or are they just like, okay, I'll just make some more?
Right.
And is
like,
that bad?
Are we destroying their hives to get the honey?
Right.
That's actually not really what I care about, if I'm going to be honest. I'm just grossed out that it's barf.
I don't care. It's just barf.
Why is it okay? Yeah. If it came from a fly, would we be so into it?
Flies barf on your food. Every time a fly lands on your food, barfs. It like leaves a barf spot on your food. It's disgusting.
But why are we okay that it's bees?
I don't know. I still eat. If I see a fly landing on my food, I'm like, I might bite it. But if it's been on there a while, I'm like, I'm not eating that. I
just have a lot of thoughts that are running through my head now that I've fully really thought about where this comes from. And I think that if
a beekeeper on here,
we should, if you're a beekeeper,
Marcel from 90 Day Fiancé.
I would love to have them on to talk about bees.
Marcel. I bought some of their honey once.
How was it? Vomity?
That's right. It was good. It was fine honey.
I mean, I've
Honey's
spent
the same.
I've spent like $100 on honey before, no joke.
I've got
Manuka
some-
honey.
Oh,
You know,
Yep.
because Instagram always tells me like Manuka honey from New Zealand is going to cure you from everything that ails you.
there is that in Tahiti, Bora Bora. There's a little island where it's the bees make honey and they like sell it. It's just
the bees do. Now that's impressive.
bees make.
Okay, now we're talking.
In this island, the bees actually make the honey. They put it in the jars themselves.
And the doctor was a bee.
was a woman.
So if you're a beekeeper or know anything about bees, please call in and let us know. Like, should we be eating bee barf? I don't know. Like, and why are we
Is it
okay
bad
with it?
for the bees?
Is it bad for the bees? Is it bad for me? I don't know. In some more bug news,
no.
heavy Houston rains bring out this toxic invasive worm species that multiply when they're cut in half.
No.
Hammerhead flatworms
Ew.
in Texas. I know.
Hammerhead flatworms.
Oh, great.
No way.
Well, it's making me
It's a paywall.
subscribe.
I know, me too.
So that's all I could say about that topic.
Kill hammerhead flatworms. Oh, they're an invasive species?
Yeah.
Ew, they're like a weird. Oh,
They look
their
weird.
head is- yeah.
It looks like a hammerhead shark, but a worm.
This is also behind a paywall. What
So we'll never
is
know.
big hammerhead trying to hide from us? What is
Is
happening?
it all behind a paywall? That's crazy. Hammerhead.
These flatworms. I'm going to go to
worm.
another news site. Let's see. Okay, this one. news.virginiatech.edu. Ew, those are disgusting.
Ew, they look kind of like a mushroom almost.
Yeah.
Weird.
Oh no.
They're dangerous to humans and pets.
They have secret toxin. Oh no.
Oh, they could be over a foot long.
You will not find hammerhead in hot, dry areas. Okay, so they're probably not in California.
Oh my God, of course. So they're from Asia, but they came through the horticulture trade. So people who like snuck in fake plants and stuff like that.
See, that's why you can't bring in plants
stuff.
and stuff.
Yeah, you end up with a hammerhead worm.
Ew, they produce a neurotoxin called tetrodotoxin in their mucus, and it subdues their prey.
So can we use it as Botox though?
Right. That's
So
the first thing.
how do you kill it?
Ew.
Okay, so you kill the worm.
Step on it.
No, because that doesn't work. It will regenerate.
Spread the toxins everywhere.
Well, it says do not cut the worm up as it will just regenerate from sections of its body.
And you make more worms.
And then it makes
Ew.
each of them becomes a worm.
Ew. I forgot that worms can do that.
This worm, yeah.
That's
Place the
disgusting.
container in direct sun for several hours and sprinkle some salt in the container.
Boil it alive.
Yeah, you have to put salt on it. Sorry to
I'm
anyone
not doing
who's
all that.
Yeah, well,
I'm not picking it up. I'm putting it in the trash.
good luck to our worm overlords, our hammerhead
good
worm
luck.
overlords.
I'm not touching this.
And then in last in weird news, this single man rented a billboard in West Philadelphia, born and raised. Yeah. David Klein, a 28-year-old data manager, paid over $1,000 a month to rent a billboard to find a date. It says, Dave is single. Want to go on a date with Dave? Message him at date_Dave_Philly. And then it says, Dave Fast Facts. He can cook well, has normal hobbies, owns a cat, bought a billboard. Oh my God, paid for by friends of Dave. Do you think so did his friends pay for it? That's embarrassing.
Man putting himself. Oh, it says that he paid over $1,000. Oh no, I hope his friends didn't do it. No, he's. I think he did it. He looks like a normal. He's wearing glasses. He's got little longish hair.
Yeah.
He shouldn't. He's a fine looking man. Why is he having problems?
Let's go on
finding
this
dates?
Instagram.
Yeah,
It's
all just like racist.
Yeah, that's it. Trump 2024.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Date. Let's see. I love
Date.
hammerhead worms.
No.
Date.
Let's see.
Dave. Oh, here he is.
Dave Philly.
Send me a DM if you want to chat or maybe even go on a date. Must be at least 21 years old. Thank you.
Here's a picture of him eating pizza.
Okay, well, wow, another visit from Pikachu. Okay, so he's like a Pikachu guy. He likes to ferment food. Here's some pictures of some sauerkraut.
Where's his like real Instagram?
His first photo is like, this is who wants to date you. Like the billboard is up.
He makes his own kimchi.
Babe, I just said that.
I know. More Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
Sure, he seems like a goofy guy.
He's right for someone.
Yeah. No, he's totally, yeah.
I was going to say there's a lid to every pot, but there's some study going around that like 1 out of 4 people will be single for life.
Oh, right.
So maybe not Dave, but we'll see.
Maybe not Dave.
Maybe not, but we'll see.
There's someone out there.
Yeah.
Remember
Listen, the answer is that you could be with anyone if you wanted to settle.
Right. Settling. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So in entertainment news, there is this picture, Kamala Harris, because it's like Kamala Harris. Went to a record store and she bought all these vinyls. Am I okay?
Vinyls?
She bought all these vinyls.
Kamala bought vinyls.
Kamala? What you said? She bought a bunch of vinyls.
Vinyls.
Sorry, I keep thinking about the pole vaulter and
My brain.
so and there's like a video of her, and so people on the internet have started like photoshopping different vinyls of her holding different vinyls. And so I asked Melissa and Maria, I was like, can you Photoshop the Matchbox 20?
Absolutely. I got time for that.
Vinyl into it. And I put it on my Instagram, and where is it?
Was it
I
Rob?
think it was the guitarist. No, it was not Rob.
It was
Thomas.
not Rob Thomas himself.
No, it was Kyle Cook, the guitarist from Matchbox 20, commented on my Instagram and said, haha, I'm in support of this.
Haha. Which one is he? He has
like white hair, bleached hair.
white hair. Yeah, he's got the white. Okay. He's the tall one. Tall white hair.
It's funny because I don't know. The only one I know by
Is Rob
looking
Thomas.
is Rob Thomas.
I don't know what any of these guys look like. Wow.
I only know their smooth grooves. But that was an exciting day for the web crawlers.
That was.
We are
That's
Matchbox
the only
20
comment.
heads. Yeah, I know. Everyone's too afraid. After Matchbox 20 comments, what are you supposed to do?
How did he even find that one? Because like you didn't put any
no idea.
tags or anything on it.
Maybe somebody
somebody
must have
shared
sent it. Yeah.
Wow.
Someone who follows me must know him or something.
Yeah.
Be in the big leagues. So that was pretty exciting. JK Rowling on Twitter.
Oh boy.
One of the worst people ever. She's been going off about the Olympics, blah, blah, blah.
Oh
Won't even get into it. Big loser. Finally, someone looked at her Twitter like picture and they were like, is there black mold going up the walls of JK Rowling's house? And
is it still there?
No, she changed her Instagram. I mean, she changed her Twitter photo.
Oh.
To now, which is something even weirder. But I'm sure you could still find it. But her old Twitter photo revealed that there's black mold all over the walls of her house. And so now everyone's thinking, okay, so has JK Rowling gone crazy because her house is filled with black mold or something?
Oh, here's the picture. Yeah.
Can you see it? Yeah.
It's kind of hard to see. Yeah, but that looks like there's black mold splotches on her walls, but it looks
all
like
over her walls.
Black mold.
Yeah. And so then she's changed her Twitter photo, and now it looks like there's a penis coming out of her head. And clearly it's not. I retweeted it. It's got to be some sort of sculpture or vase or something. But now it looks like there's just a dildo coming out of her ear.
What a weird choice for a photo.
It's like, I don't know if she's trolling or if she doesn't notice or realize it.
Like, that's definitely black mold. Like, what else is that on the walls?
Yeah. And now, here, I'll show her new background. And then this is her new photo. And you can see there's just like a dick coming out of her ear.
It's so weird. It looks like yeah, what? Is that a sculpture?
Yeah, it's just...
A Furby with a rock-hard erection is what it looks like.
So something is going on in that house, and she needs to be tested for black mold.
Maybe that's why
her
so
brain
crazy.
is all messed. Yeah.
Wow.
Everyone was saying, God, well, now everything makes sense.
Oh,
her
that
house
makes
is
sense.
filled with black mold, and it rotted her brain.
She's going crazy.
Apparently, Zac Efron got in some sort of accident in a pool.
Uh-oh.
So I just thought it was confusing how... So it says, sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ Zac was found inside the swimming pool by two people working at the villa who pulled him out of the water.
In Ibiza.
Ibiza. He was taken to the hospital in Spain after an incident in a swimming pool. So, like, they said he's had an incident in the swimming pool. But if two people find you in the pool,
what do you mean find?
Drag you out and pull you out of the water, that's more than just a incident in a pool, right?
If found in a swimming pool and two people pulled him out, that means you passed out, or maybe he hit his head or something. Maybe he dove in and he hit his head in the bottom.
Right. That sounds more than just a minor incident.
Said he was taken to the hospital as a precautionary measure after what they described as a minor swimming incident. I mean, that's his PR people. I don't know what.
Right. So the PR versus what other people are saying are very and this is his second big injury because he also hit his head once. That's why he got his jaw surgery. Is he hit his head in his kitchen or something, and his jaw broke or was hanging off? Remember, and he had to get his whole jaw redone, and that's why his face looks different.
That's right.
I wonder if he has secretly some sort of fainting disorder, or if he has epilepsy or something, and that he keeps bonking his head.
That's interesting. That's an interesting theory.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, he was DJing. Oh, he popped up on stage during Ibiza performance by a DJ. So he was just at the club partying.
Ooh.
Slipped on, they cooked up the story of how he slipped on some socks in his house and hit his jaw the last time he tried to explain. Oh, that's what they said happened the first time. This is on Reddit.
Slips and falls a lot.
He slipped. He was wearing socks and he slipped, and that's how they explained his first injury.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
Okay. Well,
we'll
hopefully
see what I hope he gets a quick recovery.
He's fine. Did you see the movie he was in about the wrestlers?
Oh, no, I did not. Was it good?
I liked it. I thought he was really good in it.
I did see Ricky Stenicki.
Oh, yeah.
With John Cena.
Similar.
Which is also Oscar worthy.
He was very good. He plays a really great 70s wrestler guy.
Yeah, I haven't seen him ever in anything that I thought he was good in.
This was the first time
he was good in something.
I was like, oh, this is good. This is good. He's good.
Yeah. He seems like a nice guy though. I wish him nothing but the best. I don't know why.
Why do you hate Zac Efron?
Why do we hate
weird.
Zac Efron so much?
Oh, High School Musical. I never saw any of those movies. I don't know
Me either. I kind of want to though.
I don't know what they are.
We should have a High School Musical night. Actually, I won't say it. Okay. Actually, I will say it. My boyfriend has he has a friend.
Yes.
And his friend loves High School Musical.
Really?
Yeah, a male friend of his loves High School Musical, like the whole series.
Is it like a
thinks it's
Glee
so
Club
good.
thing?
I don't know. I've never seen them.
I don't know what it is. It's
I don't know
singing.
either.
There's singing involved.
Yeah, I know they're singing Vanessa Hudgens. Okay, so also Mr. Beast.
Oh, yeah.
We don't really understand Mr. Beast, but there's been a lot of stuff going on around him lately. And like a week ago, or I don't have a concept of time. It could have literally been 6 months ago. I texted you and Maria.
That was like a few days ago. That might have been yesterday, to be honest. I don't know.
I was like, this Mr. Beast guy seems like a pretty good guy. And because he had cleaned up a whole bunch of stuff in the ocean or something.
Oh, right. Yes.
I think I was like, he's a dork, but, and
Yeah.
I think all YouTubers are weird,
Yes.
but he seems to do some good for humanity. So that's great.
Right.
And then all this shit has been coming out. A lot of stuff has been coming out about a woman who he worked with or used to work with.
Right.
That has about grooming and things like that. But I was like, I hadn't really heard anything about Mr. Beast, though. And then all this shit is coming out about Mr. Beast.
Didn't he? Is he the one who like fired someone? Like a partner he was working with was like had allegations of like grooming or something, and he immediately like cut ties. Was that him?
Yeah.
And everyone was like, good job for
Yeah.
immediately cutting ties. I don't know. Was that him? I don't know what happened. Someone was accused of
yeah.
something, and he was like, okay, you're done. You're fired. And it was like, okay, good.
Yeah,
Good on you.
he immediately fired. And he actually like through this partner of his had transitioned during the duration of them working together, and he stood by her during the transition and was like a real advocate. And so I was like, oh, he's an ally,
Right,
he's an
yeah.
advocate. And then when the grooming allegations came, immediately fired her. And I was like, okay, he seems, and he's doing
Sure.
all this stuff for the environment and stuff. I was like, okay, he seems like a good like person with like good values and morals and stuff.
Yeah.
But now, okay, so in a striking report from the New York Times, several contestants, because he does all these like weird games,
Yeah.
spoke with the outlet about the severe mismanagement of the show's production. But I need to say that I do think it's stupid, everything he does. Like, I think it's stupid.
Because he got famous by like helping out like unhoused people, or he would like give money to the people, and it was like a weird, it felt like disingenuous how he got famous. You're like, okay,
Totally.
you're giving money away, but like you're using unhoused people or whatever like to become famous, and
Yeah,
like
it's
he
all
made so much
narcissistic.
money. It's like, well, at least he is giving back to people, but like also becoming famous doing it. It's complicated. It's a
Right.
weird thing.
And then recently it's been like, I stuck 100 people in like of 100 different ages in 100 different rooms to see who could not.
This is
sleep
the
longest.
Beast Games thing that
Yeah.
he's doing. That's like kind of like Squid Game
Almost
ish.
like Squid Games. Yeah. So in a striking report from the New York Times, several contestants spoke with the outlet about the severe mismanagement of the show's production. These allegations include statements about the lack of food provided, inadequate medical care, physical injuries contestants suffered competing in tasks for the show. It said they were like denied their medication, like insulin, denied food, sexism. They would not, some said they weren't given access to like underwear or tampons or anything when they were menstruating because it was not a medical emergency. All this crazy stuff.
Sleep deprivation due to having filming at night, having to sleep on the turf of the sun-soaked Las Vegas stadium during the day. Ugh.
Yeah, so
I'm sure he'll put out a statement that's like, I had no idea it was
Right.
the crew that, but like you need to be responsible for who you hire.
totally. It's like the Lizzo thing. You have to be responsible for the
Yes,
people.
yes.
Well, in True Crime Corner, what's going on there?
So I saw this thing about human trafficking at Comic-Con. There were like, I think it was like 15 or 16 people were like busted for like soliciting sex work, and I think one of them was under the age of 16.
Oh God.
But what's weird is that all the comments were like, well, duh, because it's Comic-Con, it's full of weirdos. You're like, what do you mean, duh? It's full of weird, like, that's
Yeah, sorry, what?
That's supposed to be, that's expected there? They arrested 14 in Comic-Con human trafficking sting. It was a sting they set up, and apparently the police said that Comic-Cons and all these cons are a hotbed for, like, human trafficking.
Oh my God.
Apparently. Yeah. This article says, unfortunately, sex traffickers capitalize on large-scale events such as Comic-Con to exploit their victims for profit. The police were targeting sex buyers at the convention, recovering potential victims of sex trafficking, as well as arresting traffickers. Officers worked undercover as sex buyers to identify potential victims and arrest their traffickers. So 14 sex buyers were arrested.
Is sex buyers the term for someone who like wants to
I think so.
sex for someone? A sex buyer?
9 adult potential victims of sex trafficking were recovered, and as well as one 16-year-old.
Ay. Scary.
Yeah.
Also coming up in True Crime Corner, there is going to be a documentary about this catfishing scheme that happened to Tegan and Sarah, which I didn't know about. It's going to be called...
I think it was happened to their fans.
Well, yeah. Well, because I guess it was one of their Instagrams, I think, or something got hacked.
Oh.
And then... Yeah.
And they were like reaching out to the fans?
Yes. And it was a fake Tegan was reaching out to the fans. Yeah. And it's going to be about like that, someone who was catfishing as Tegan and like talking to the fans.
Erin Lee Carr. She does all
the good stuff.
All the good ones.
Yeah. So that will be exciting coming out
That's
October 18th.
Exciting.
Right. And then in television, you watched Presumed Innocent.
I did. The season is done.
How
season
did you
1.
like
There's
it?
going to be another season, which is like, what are you going to do? Because you ended it. You ended season 1.
I don't know. Well, I don't know what the show is about, so I don't know.
Well, yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal. You got a murdered woman, and you gotta figure out who murdered her. There's an affair. And
Is there a setup for season 2?
The movie from like the 90s, like late 90s, like Harrison Ford was in it, Presumed Innocent.
Okay.
And I didn't see the twist coming, I'll tell you that.
Ooh.
I'll tell you that. But I don't know what the second season's going to be, because like they solved it. They solved it's okay, that person did it.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see, but it's good. I liked it.
I have been watching The Americans, which I never watched before. Have you?
No, but
watched
Martin has said he said like the finale or whatever was like one of the best ever. Or something.
Really?
Or like he really loved it.
I love it. It's so good so far. I'm only on season 1, a few episodes in, and it is
what
so
season?
good.
Because the two of them, the leads, they break up with their spouses and they get married during the show.
Oh, really?
Yes.
In real life?
Real life, they're married.
Oh
The
my God,
two
I had no
leads.
idea.
Yeah, they both
that's
broke up
crazy.
with their spouses.
Matthew Rice and
Yes.
Kerry Washington. No,
Yeah. Or not
Kerry Russell.
Kerry Russell,
Yeah, it is so good. They play undercover KGB spies in America during, I guess it's like the Reagan administration, I think it is.
Yeah.
Sorry, my microphone. It is so good. And I was like, whoa, our spy's real. That's crazy. And then I saw this article from this week.
I saw this too.
Yeah, about these spies, Anna and Artem Dulcev.
Yeah, I just read this.
Who were spies posing as Argentine expats living in Slovenia, were returned to Russia with their children, ages 8 and 11, who do not speak Russian. And I don't know if the show is based off these two or what. But they did not.
Oh.
these
the kids.
they were like deep cell, like sleeper spies living in Slovenia.
Yeah.
And their children did not know that they were even Russian. They did not know that they were
because they spoke
spies.
Spanish. They didn't speak Russian. The kids grew
Yeah.
up thinking they were, I don't know where.
Argentinian.
Argentinian, yeah.
Yeah. So the children, Sophia and Daniel, had no idea their parents were deep undercover Russian spies.
That's crazy.
Pretending to be Argentine expats in Slovenia, according to the Kremlin, much like the characters on the television show that was based on similar Russian spies known as illegals. Life as Sophia and Daniel knew it ended Thursday when they stepped on a plane destined, they would later discover, for Moscow. They didn't know where they were going, as part of a landmark prisoner swap. When President Vladimir Putin greeted them at Vnukovo Airport a few hours later, he did so in Spanish.
Right.
Buenas noches. Because they don't speak Russian. The daughter and son of Anna and Artem Dultsev have always believed they're Argentinian.
That's
Kremlin.
wild.
Can you imagine if one day you just find out that, like, if one day my parents are like, Allie, we have to go back to Russia. We're Russian sleeper spies.
What do you mean go back? I don't speak
Yeah.
Russian. I speak Spanish.
It's so crazy.
That's nuts.
The children of the undercover intelligence agents who arrived here yesterday learned they were Russian only after the plane took off. They did not know they were Russian and related to our country until
They didn't even
then.
know who Putin was.
No, it's crazy.
Can
you imagine? Because, I mean, the whole time I was watching this, the whole time I was watching The Americans, I was like, wow, it'd be crazy if spies were real. And then
they are.
And then I was
real.
like, wow, wait, they are real.
I know. I wonder if I know any spies.
Maria?
Oh,
been?
Maria's a spy
Maria,
for
where's
sure.
she been? Yeah.
Your
So,
family's Russian.
I am Russian.
Uh-oh.
Watch out.
Uh-oh.
Watch
Buenos
out.
noches.
Buenas noches, people.
Funny Putin saying buenos noches.
Yeah, can you imagine? So stupid. But anyways, I thought that was really crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, but if you don't watch The Americans, you should watch it. It's a really
I know,
it's
I
a
gotta
really great
watch
show.
it.
Yeah, because I've been on a dry spell of things to watch, so I'm just
know.
watching old stuff I haven't watched before. Movies. Did you watch Twisters?
I am going to see Twisters tomorrow.
Okay, let's discuss next week after you've watched it.
Okay.
And you're also watching Trap tonight?
Yes, I am.
Okay, we will also discuss next week after you've watched it.
Oh,
I will just say,
can't wait.
Josh Hartnett, when you've got it, you've got it.
Josh
Can I say something about Josh Hartnett?
Yes.
His neck is thick. Like, I have never noticed a man's neck before.
Why is his neck so thick?
It's like, why? How is your neck thick? It's hot. Like, because he's not a big guy, but I'm like,
Maybe he does. What's the neck workout?
I don't even
What
know.
workout
but
do
it's
you
like,
do? Is it just like lifting? Like,
I don't know. I don't know if it's maybe
Oh,
he's
what if
born
it's-
with
I think
it.
it's
Maybe
press.
it's Maybelline. Presses?
presses where you lift your arms up. That
This
maybe
is not
works
a
your
spoiler,
shoulders.
but there's one scene where he doesn't have a shirt on.
Oh,
and I was
baby.
just like, I was in the theater alone because I saw Trap alone at 150 in Burbank.
Was
on a
anyone else
Friday.
in there?
It was almost sold out. No joke.
Whoa.
Yeah, the theater was almost sold out.
Wow. Okay.
And there was people screaming when he had his shirt off. Like, people in the theater were like, woo! Like,
Wow.
people went crazy. Yeah,
Wow.
he looks better than he's ever looked.
But he was in that the Black
Black
Mirror,
Mirror.
episode.
Yeah.
Because
and
he hadn't
was
been in
wearing short
anything in a
shorts.
while or something, or like I don't know where he's been.
Penny Dreadful.
Oh.
He was on that show Penny Dreadful, which is I watched just,
I
but
didn't
it was
watch.
stupid. It's not for you. It's I'm sure a lot of our listeners have watched it. It's like sci-fi horror.
Oh, okay.
Set in like the Victorian ages. I liked it. I didn't love it, but he's in it. But that
Right.
Black Mirror episode, he's
Oh.
wearing like
Yep.
shorts, and you can see like what is it about the thigh? I'm ovulating. If you can't tell during this episode, I literally started ovulating today, and I can't stop thinking about men's
thighs,
necks
and dongs.
Oh
He's
man!
gotta- when you're talking about a guy's hot neck, something's going on.
I need to relax. I need to take a shower. All right, guys. Well, that's it for the ovulation episode. I am Allie Siegel.
I am Melissa Stettin.
And that's all, folks.
Bye.
Bimbo News! Bimbo News! Bimbo News! Bimbo News! All the news you can handle. Bimbo News! So tune in to this channel. Bimbo News! Everything you want to know. Bimbo News! About recent news and TV shows. Bimbo News!
Powered by Acast.